Many killers have gotten away with murder on soaps, but could one of the latest characters about to attempt it be on his way to prison and off his soap? General Hospital's Evan Hofer recently chatted with Soap Opera Digest to preview what's ahead for Dex after Sonny orders him to kill Cyrus. Of course, Dex doesn't want to disappoint his boss, nor does he want Joss to see him as a murderer, so he works to try to get Sonny to look at the situation from a different angle, but that doesn't help. Sonny wants his enemy gone, permanently, and with Evan being his right-hand man, he prepares to carry out the hit. He calls Joss because I think Dex is worried that this will unlock a part of himself that he suppressed for a long time and that he's not exposed to her. Hofer told the outlet. And so, in the event that things can never go back to how they were, I think he just wants her to know, this is how I feel about you, and if things to do get messed up and you can't love me, know that I'll always love you. However, in true soap fashion, there's a twist ahead. Even though Dex heads to the hospital and dresses in scrubs as a disguise, he spies Nina entering Cyrus' room. Knowing what Sonny wants, he waits it out, and once Nina is gone, Dex enters Cyrus' room and prepares to inject something in his IV. Now here's where the twist comes in. Little does he know that Sonny is engaged in a conversation that makes him second-guess his order. And of course, when Sonny tries to call Dex, he can't get through. Obviously, when you're about to kill somebody, Hofer joked, I don't think you have your ringer on. Will Sonny get to Dex before it's too late, or will Dex carry out the hit and kill Cyrus? More importantly, will Dex get caught before, or after, he's about to administer the lethal dose? If so, he'll be headed straight to prison, and Sonny will have sealed his fate. Eva arrives at the gallery and gets a surprise visit from Nicholas. He asked if she sent out the invites to the party and invited Esm as he instructed her. Ava says Esm's partying days are over as she's in jail. She tells him about Esm's break-in, that she pressed charges and the hearing is today, and she can't wait to watch their judicial system in process. Nicholas hides when Nina arrives, and Ava asks what happened with her and Sonny on New Year's. Nina asks what Sonny told her. Ava says nothing. But when Sonny feels betrayed, he is dangerous. Ava hopes Sonny doesn't know she knew the truth about her being the snitch, as he's finally in a good place with him. Nina says she doesn't have to worry. She won't rat her out. Nina feels Sonny hates her, but Ava says he doesn't, but hurt people hurt other people. She realizes Ava doesn't know about Cyrus and tells her that Sonny almost beat him to death in church. Nina says Cyrus knew her secret and explains how he found out. And Cyrus deserved what happened to him as now he doesn't have anything to hold over either of them. Ava says Cyrus went to the cops and Sonny was arrested and he'll have to go to trial. Ava explains this is finally the PCPD's chance to put Sonny behind bars, and they've been trying for decades. Nina panics and thinks this is her fault and she has to do something. She has to try to help Sonny. Nina rushes out and Nicholas returns. He thinks it's about time Sonny was taken down a peg or two. He asks about Esm's hearing and assumes Spencer and his mother will be there. Ava says once Esm is in jail, Ace will be safe with Spencer and Laura, so he's welcome. Nicholas guesses this is goodbye then. She's shocked, but he says he's still a wanted man, and it's too soon to make amends with his mother and Spencer. She realizes this is goodbye then, and asks when he'll be back. He doesn't know. She tells him that she is glad she didn't kill him. He tells her to take care of herself and walks out. Spencer visits Esme at the station and assures her that Ace is comfortable at his grandmother's. Her hearing is today, and she's afraid of what will happen to her son if she goes to jail. Spencer asks why she went to Windermere in the first place and put her and Ace's future in jeopardy. Esme cries she was lonely, and she was confused about her life, and Windermere was the last place she was before she lost her memory. Spencer says it sounds like she wanted to remember. Esme says she doesn't want to be that Esme again, and that she wants to be a good person, but people don't know how hard it is for her. Spencer gets it, and he doesn't want her to go to prison as she's a good mom. Esme begs Spencer to bring Ace to the courthouse as she needs to see her baby. He will, and she thanks him. She rants that Ava is determined to throw the book at her. She asks why Ava can't let it go. He says actions have consequences. She blurts out, says the person who skirted consequences his whole life. Spencer is shocked and says, "You remember." She claims she doesn't. She just knows about his past from him and Laura. They are interrupted, and a cop says Esme's lawyer is here, and he'll take her to get dressed. Before leaving, Esme thanks Spence for being on her side through this. Spencer flashes back to the old Esme and says, Spence. Spencer returns home and realizes Esme is lying and remembers everything. Suddenly, there is a knock at the door, and he's stunned to see his father standing there. In their dorm, Joss tells Trina that she told the RA what's been going on with Adam, and she's worried about him. She feels like she ratted him out. Trina gets a call from Stella and learns Curtis is awake. So she says she's on her way. Trina asks if Joss will be okay if she goes, and Joss says she is. Trina tells her not to beat herself up as Adam is lucky to have a friend who cares. Trina goes to leave and Adam is at the door. Joss invites him in. He was surprised to get her text after how he acted on New Year's and admits he was wrecked. She asks about his parents and he says they want him back home, but he'd rather be anywhere but there. He knows he should stand up for himself, but he's not strong enough. Joss feels he needs to talk to his parents, but he also needs help. Kelly, the dorm RA, shows up, and Adam realizes she snitched. Kelly and Joss are both worried about him, and Kylie arranged for him to speak to a counselor, and the information has been sent to his student portal. Adam freaks as his parents will see it. Kylie says his records are confidential, but Adam says his parents forced him to give them his password. Joss and Kyle both ask him to go talk to a counselor. At GH, Curtis wakes up and sees Portia by his bedside. He asks how he did. She says he made it through with flying colors. Stella arrives with coffee, and Portia says the doctor said the surgery went well, and it's looking positive. Curtis states now they wait for the swelling to go down and see if he can dunk a ball again. Stella offers to call Marshall, but Curtis thinks he needs his rest. Trina arrives and embraces Curtis. She opens up about her trip to Paris to study, when Portia brings up their daughter's good news, but insists she will stay if he wants her to. Curtis asks the ladies to give him time with Trina alone. They leave, and in the hall, Portia worries maybe she shouldn't have told Curtis about Trina's news. Stella tries to calm her down and reassure her it was fine as this is good news. Back in Curtis' room, he pushes Trina to go to Paris as he'll be here when she gets back. Who knows, maybe he'll be walking and can come see her. Trina reveals Spencer is coming with her. Curtis feels Paris should be about her, and figuring out the woman she wants to become. Spencer will be here when she gets back. Portia and Stella return and Cyrus asks Trina if she's going to Esme's hearing. Trina wants to be here with him, but Cyrus wants her to see this through. Trina feels for Ace as if Esme goes to parents, then he'll have no parents. Trina takes off, and Portia asks if Trina told him about Spencer going with her to Paris. He says she did, but if Esme goes to jail, Spencer will stay here to look after his brother. Portia says, fingers crossed. Diane meets Robert at Cafe Sherry, and he apologizes for missing their dinner last night. She asks what pulled him away from their evening, and he explains it was Sonny. They talk about the charges he's facing, and Diane says she doesn't know why this is going to trial as the community loves Sonny and Cyrus is hated. Robert says that Dex and Sonny meet at his office, and he tells Dex he needs him to do something important, calling it a crucial test. He says once he does this, there is no looking back. Sonny says Cyrus is out of jail and causing trouble again, so he needs him taken care of. Dex asks, do you want me to scare him? Sonny adds, to death. Sonny says if he does this for him, he'll be with him for life, and he'll always have his back and be there for him in return. Sonny says nobody will be surprised when Cyrus' heart gives out on him as he's an old man. Dex points out that getting rid of Cyrus won't make the charges against him go away. Sonny says there is no case without Cyrus, and he wants to send a message that nobody crosses Sonny Corinthos and gets away with it. Dex says he's concerned about him, as they have DNA proof he beat Cyrus. Sonny says that's what he has Diane for, she'll deal with that. Sonny is disappointed when he sees Dex is hesitant, and says he needs loyal men by his side. So is he loyal or not? Dex insists he's loyal, but he sees the potential problems in doing this for him. Sonny heard him, but he's going to make this happen with his help or not. Sonny asks if he's with him. Dex agrees that Cyrus is dangerous, and Sonny is positive he's going to come after his family, and that includes Joss. Dex asks if Nina is being protected. Sonny states he'll deal with Nina, and Dex needs to deal with Cyrus. Dex asks when he needs him to do it. Sonny says immediately he's weak and anything can happen in a hospital. Dex asks how they make this happen. After Dex leaves, Sonny notices he's still wearing his wedding ring, and he slams the photo of Nina on his desk face down. Dex arrives at GH and calls Joss, but she ignores his call. He says she doesn't need to call him back, he just wanted to hear her voice, and no matter what happens, he'll always love her. Dex gets a text with Cyrus' room number but then sees Nina arrive and asking a nurse as to what room Cyrus is in. Back in Joss' dorm, Adam refuses to go to health service and demands that RA take the appointment off his portal. Adam storms off. On the next General Hospital, Cyrus exclaims, "What do we have here?" Christina tells someone this is exactly where she needs to be. In court, Martin asks Molly if she's sure she's going to get a conviction under these circumstances. Nina tells Cyrus, "If you are sorry, then prove it." Sonny asks someone if they trust him. Esme is asked how she pleads. Like most people, we're not convinced that General Hospital Cyrus is the reformed man he claims to be. But whether his newfound religion is the real deal or a scam, he might want to say a few prayers, because when last we saw Dex, he was preparing himself to kill Cyrus at the behest of his boss, Sonny. Ever since Dex began working for the town's most infamous coffee importer, we suspected, and he should have known, that this day would come. Yet when Sonny made it clear that he wanted Cyrus dead and Dex to be the instrument of his final destruction, the younger man was clearly shaken. Although Dex tried his darndest to talk Sonny down, even smartly suggesting this could wind up making a bad situation worse by turning the assault charge into a murder charge, the big guy wasn't to be dissuaded. In fact, he went so far as to play the Joss card, as in suggesting that Cyrus would sooner or later target all of those closest to Sonny, including the young blonde beauty. When you imagine a prisoner of war, is this what you imagine? So off to the hospital trotted Dex, making a call to Joss as if reaching out to his lifeline, only to get her voicemail. When he left her a heartfelt message, it became clear that he was ready to do whatever it took, including kill Cyrus. What we didn't necessarily expect was Nina arriving at the hospital soon after, also looking to meet with Cyrus. Having been told by Galpal Eva that Sonny was in deep doo-doo because of that whole assaulting a supposedly holy man in a chapel thing, Nina clearly got it into her head that she might be able to help. Something tells us her idea of helping will involve striking a deal whereby Cyrus drops the charges against Sonny. But in exchange for what? Nina could, however, be making exactly the wrong move at exactly the wrong time. Because if Dex goes through with his plan to make it look as if something happened to Cyrus, Sonny's wife could wind up taking the blame. Plus, given that Jocelyn's college pal Adam is acting increasingly unstable, it seems highly likely that she's in far more danger from him than Cyrus.